Them people want me to do 196 hours. Nah, you kill me with that one. You kill me with that one. That is evil, right? So for those of you guys that don't know, um, I did. Okay, watch. I just go to it, right? If you go on free CSEC math crash courses as well as crazy lives, you're gonna see that I did 24 hours on maths. YouTube didn't allow me to upload the 24-hour video, of course. But if you just want to sit down and eat and watch popcorn, what's in? If you want to sit down and eat popcorn for 24 hours straight and see somebody do a bunch of past papers, well, look at here. Look at here. I do a bunch of past papers. Real in depth, Yeah. And all you can enjoy me losing my sanity. You can enjoy me losing my sanity. Like down to like the 23-hour mark, I was hallucinating. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Nikolai?
So you gotta watch the popcorn and eat the food.
Nikolai,
Yeah,
Alia, don't come on my case. Don't come on my case. Sometimes
So I feel like 196 hours is pushing it.
I find so as well. I think 196 hours is pushing it.
After 196 hours, you're really just sitting down there watching that popcorn now.
And look, Mrs. Math Vibes, it's something real different. Baby, it's something real different. I don't recognize the voice there, boy. Hey, boy.
Why, sir, why? You could not recognize she, right?
Sorry, baby. Don't beat man. Yeah. I joking, I don't get licks, I don't. Anyways, let we jump into the 2025 people. But I love you. Hope you have a good night's rest. Yeah. All right. So 2025, June 2025. Where we go now? So any volunteers?
Sure, I don't mind.
Nikolai,
Yeah.
Nikolai, you could get one any people right now. I feel like you need to let other people volunteer. Nikolai could literally get a distinction in maths right now. He could walk into that exam and get a distinction right now. But obviously,
Yeah.
he's my son. He's my
Yes,
son.
sir.
Say that again?
I say yes, sir.
Yeah. Because Nikolai is my son, you know. In case I didn't know. Cassidy, you want to help me with this? Yeah, this is paper 3.
yes, sir. Okay. The number of text messages sent in one day by the 50 students of Form 5M are shown below. Complete the cumulative frequency table using the data above.
Right. So here what? We first had to arrange the data, right? So there we go. Oh, don't tell my marker pencil dead. Why? Why? I need to get a Samsung tablets. Because like I really don't like that. I really don't like that.
Excuse me. And may I advise you why the Samsung tablet is a terrible idea.
No, it's not a terrible idea.
Yeah,
They
well, my
actually
dad,
really
he
good,
had one, and over time, the battery it started draining out real fast.
Well, if you buy,
And over time, it couldn't even charge anymore.
well, if you buy the high end Samsung tablets like the Tab S11 Ultra and thing, nah, they would last long. If you buy like
they
the A7 and thing, like the that no. But the good thing about those Samsung tablets is you don't have to recharge your pen. Unlike Apple. I hate this iPad, you know. I really love MacBooks. I hate iPads and iPhones. They suck.
But your
Yeah,
iPad
agreed.
Real talk, though.
Suck. Not only that, their battery is real fast.
No. That's not a lie. iPhones have good battery lives. I mean, it has good battery life. I can tell you that. iPhones have good battery life. Like iPhone 13 Pro Max. Like I'm somebody that hates within reason. Like I don't hate something like with no reason. I can tell you what's good about iPhones. You know, like the camera quality, video quality is really good. The speakers, the screen, the optimization, the charging. But
the security nice too.
yeah. But if you use a flagship Android phone, you're just immediately gonna you're gonna like quit. You're gonna get a Android one time. You see,
Thing about them Apple and them, it is be real fragile.
I suppose so. But flagship Androids are better than flagship iPhones for sure. You see, most people just have cheap Android, so that's why they just say Android worse compared to iPhones. But if you get a flagship Android, you never go back to an iPhone. You could
Excuse
crack
me,
it. Yeah, Nikolai.
my bad for interrupting, right? But isn't the iPhone more expensive than the Android? But the Android better
Yes.
somehow?
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
I mean, it kind of around the same price, sir. It
Alright, same
depends.
price.
Depending on like the model,
not
it's
really.
around the same price.
Nah, not really, not really. Like, okay, if you go into like extremely high-end Android phones, like the Oppo Find X9 Ultra, um, that phone's really expensive, but it's amazing. Like, let me show you what I mean. Ooh. So like, watch this, right? The Oppo Find X9 Ultra goes for like 1300 to 1500 USD, and
That's
if
it
you
with
find
Samsung?
no, this is Oppo, much better than Samsung, much better than
Oh,
Samsung. You see, people only know about Samsung and iPhone and thing. But like, if you're into photography and thing and speed, these phones are the best ones. Like Oppo, Vivo, Xiaomi. I have a beef with Xiaomi, but like you see, Oppo, and Vivo, real good, real good. Yeah, I have a OnePlus. I have a OnePlus 12 and I have a S24 Ultra. I only have the S24 Ultra because of the S Pen. If like some other phone had a S Pen, I'd switch immediately. I really like the S24 Ultra that much.
one more question, sir.
Yeah.
Is the Oppo like a knockoff like Sunway? You know, like Sunway is a
No.
like
Because we will have beef. No, nah. It's just another kind of Android phone that people don't
So,
know. Yeah.
I had to go somewhere with my father. So
Wait,
I can
Tiffon?
rejoin. I can rejoin. If
Wait,
you're
wait,
still
Tiff-
going, I can rejoin a bit later.
wait, Tiffon, come back and find it.
Not that father.
I thought he did find them already. So you lost them again?
I don't know, but something is up there.
He
Although,
ain't find me yet. Nah, he ain't find me yet.
for those of you guys that don't know, Romano has a father, but his father abandoned him. Well, last time I
Yeah,
checked,
boy.
yeah. He went to find some milk. And
He get 2%.
that's literally what happened. That's literally what happened.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I'll go. I'll
Eh,
rejoin if you're still going.
You take care. You take care. All right, so let me jump back in, right? Is my Apple Pencil charged? Yeah. Yes, charged. Cool. So Cassidy, they had given us raw data over here. Anytime you see data like this is raw data. Understand?
That's good.
Okay. Complete the cumulative frequency table using the data above. Let me just take the data here. Okay. All right. So this again, one notices with the paper trees, there's some things you kind of have to guess, like play guess with. Because Cassidy, remember the graph? I said like I actually come up with a graph, right? Because I didn't have a picture of the actual graph that CXC would have given the students. So in this question is a similar scenario. I do really have access to the cumulative frequency table CXC would have given the students. So the best I could do is like use my mathematical intuition to figure out what the graph would have looked like. But they would have given the graph on the paper. Like it's a hybrid exam, remember? So
Yeah.
they're giving you a piece of paper with a table and thing. So I don't have the table, so we're just gonna try our best to figure it out. Cause we bad like that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me a second. That's why you wouldn't really see much paper tree solutions because um you never fully get a full paper tree. You never get a full paper tree, but always have something missing. Alright, so here what, right, Cassidy? Here's how I am thinking. In this question, you are seeing in part D, they want you to draw a histogram. Now, when you're drawing a histogram, don't you have classes?
Yeah.
And you'd find the lower class boundary, the upper class boundary, whatnot. So we need to arrange our data in classes. That's what we need to do. So like we see now the lowest value here is 0. So here what I'm saying, right? In the exam, they would actually give you a table. I don't have access to the table, so I'm trying to figure out what the table would look like in the exam. I don't have a copy of the paper with the table. Yeah, so Cassidy, we could probably say 0 to let's see.
Sir, I have the table if you wanted me to send you a picture.
You are the table?
Yeah.
Send a picture now. What by chance? Was it 0 to 9?
Yeah.
Okay, let me cook, let me cook. Then the other one, was the other one 10 to 19?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'll figure it out. 20 to 29?
Yeah. And
30 to
then
39.
yeah.
About it no, about. Like, okay, I just take my time and explain maths, but like, if I do a session a day where I just speed run a paper, I can finish a paper in an hour or less. All you want to see that? I just like speed through a paper.
Yes.
Okay. I will do that. I consider doing that. Yeah, Nikolai, I see you raise your hand.
So we go do that when like the day before maths exam. We could just period on all the papers on them.
If I speed run the papers, all you wouldn't understand it. I don't understand how people benefit from speed runs. Like, you have to be a really good top tier student to benefit from speed runs, but I think most of the Caribbean would not benefit from speed runs. Because when you do not speed run, it has so much things that are left unexplained that to the average student, it doesn't really help. It may look like it's helping, but it doesn't help you. That's why I just do in-depth videos. But I'll try to do a speed run at time. I see Nikolai raise his hand. Nikolai, you want to tell me something fast? Talk to me.
Yes, sir. You see how you say figure it out? I
Yeah.
would say so, but the confidence in doing those things, I feel I just might get it wrong sometimes.
Yeah.
Ah, don't worry. The more maths papers you do, and the more you develop your intuition, the better you become at it. So 0 to 9, 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39. Okay. So Cassidy, let's look at how much time you see in a number between 0 to 9. So I see in 0 here, I see in 2 here, I see in 4 here, I see in 7 here. What else I seeing?
1.
You see in 1 in the first row?
No, in the third.
Suffer or foster.
Okay, let me go in on our rows now. In the second row, we have 0. In the third row, we have 1. In the fourth row, we have 5. 1, 2, 4.
So I count 16 numbers.
60 numbers. Okay, let me check. We have 3, 5, 3, 7. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Am I missing one? Or is it
So
just
I yeah, that was saying I get 16. I am
yeah.
getting 14
Yes,
and
sir,
15 and
16.
stuff.
Wait, let me run it back one more
Yeah,
time.
I will get 16.
Let me run it back one more time. I'm missing something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
38. You
9.
missed it.
Oh, sorry, missing the 8.
Second row. The 18
Oh,
second row, sir.
The
yes.
8 by 19.
Right. Thank you. So we have 60. So the frequency is what? What's the frequency? Just 16, right?
16.
Frequency is just the amount of time something appears. Well, the cumulative frequency would just be 16 because you have 9 to add to 16. Then we're looking at 10 to 19. So in the first row, we have 11, we have 17, we have 12, we have 18. Cassidy, in the second row, what we have?
We have 17, 19, 19, and 14.
Right? In the third row, what we have?
We have 12, 13, 11, and 15.
Right. In the fourth row, what do we have?
13, 12, and 11.
And in the last row, we have.
11, 18, and 15.
Okay, so how much is our altogether? How much is that
18.
altogether? Are they getting 18?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 18.
Yes, sir. Initially, I got 17, but I missed out one, so it's 18.
All right.
Yeah, I miss 15.
And so, what is the cumulative frequency here?
16 plus 18.
Yeah. What is 16 plus 18?
34.
34.
Right? And 34 persons would have received how much text? What's our battle is?
10 to 19.
You said 10 to 19?
10?
Wait, no, 0 to 19.
0 to 19. Let me explain why. If you are combining the people, wait, where's the question? Oh, the number of text messages sent in one day by the 50 students of Form 5. Right. So, how many people send 0 to 9 text messages?
16.
How many people send 10 to 19 text messages?
18.
18.
So, how many people send 0 to 19 text messages?
34.
34.
Right, because you had to add up everything.
24.
Good. 20 to 29. 25, 23, 22, 25, 22. If I miss anything, I'll just someone, right?
So I got 10.
24.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I gain 10. What about all you? Are they getting 10?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I get 10.
Right. So how many people would have sent 0 to 29 texts?
44.
44.
Good.
44.
Right. 44. Cool. And let me ask you a question, right? When I add up the last row and I get a cumulative frequency, what is it supposed to be equal to? See if I can figure that out.
50.
Supposed to be 50 if you do it correctly. So 30 to 39. 30 to 39. So use purple.
Yes, sir, correct.
I guess 6.
Minus 5. No, wait, what? 2, 4.
It's
Oh, it's
6.
6. Yeah, still
Yeah.
correct. Still.
Yeah, 6. And if you add 6 on 44, what are you going to get? What are you going to
50.
get? Aha. So does that
50.
is that all the proof we need?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's all the proof we need, right? Because if you do a cumulative frequency, correct, your last value, the last row, supposed to be total number. So hope everybody understand that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, I need you guys to understand that these things, where it's like one value to another value, is referred to as classes. So you have a class here, you have another class here. So altogether, you have 4 classes. How much of you guys knew that?
me.
Me.
If you didn't know that, that's fine. You're here for a reason and you're learning, it's okay. So that's some time. Now, when we're talking about class, I need you guys to be able to recognize the upper class value or the upper class limits and the lower class limit. That's the proper thing. So I need you guys to be able to recognize the upper class limit and the lower class limit. Just quick logic. What do you think is which one would give you a bigger number? The lower class limit or the upper class limits?
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
The upper, right? So if I ask you what the lower class limit from 0 to 9 will be, what you tell me? The lower class limit. What's the lower class limit?
0.
Right? What would the upper class limit be for 0 to 9?
9.
9.
Good. What is the lower class limit for the last class?
30.
30.
Right. What is the upper class limit for this class?
29.
29.
Good. We also need to be familiar with upper class boundary and lower class boundary. And why is that important? That's important because a histogram is a graph that's back to back. And when you find the lower and upper class boundary, you're finding data back to back. as you'll see. So let me give you a quick refresher, right? So if you want to find the lower class boundary, it's going to be the lower class limit minus 0.5. The upper class boundary, well, what do you think that would be? The upper class boundary. What do
The
you think that would be?
limit plus the 0.5.
Correct. Correct. So how much do I want to bet we had to find out for this question? Now, I've been real, I never do these papers before. But the first time I'm doing these papers. So like, I just as in the dark as you guys. But how much do you want to bet? We'll have to use lower class and upper class boundary. Cassidy, you want to bet?
Yeah, a box
Okay.
of KFC.
No, I don't buy nobody a box of KFC. You see
Oh,
now,
shucks.
you's like an outside child. I can't really buy KFC
Right.
from an outside children. But like,
No.
yeah.
Wait, so you saying that she wouldn't take care of your outside children?
Oh god, that's not real bad. But you see, the thing is, I don't even have outside children. Like,
Oh,
but
but you just said
that even
that
worse. Oh my!
you
I
just
just see
said
how
that as well.
I just see. Nah, no, I
But
take
I
that.
mean, what
So
point?
got caught in 4K, I just saw there.
Excuse?
Anyways, let me run back to the maths. So like, what will be the lower class boundary for this? Well, you can't say minus 0.5. You can't do that. So you gotta,
It'll just be 0.
yeah, you're gonna leave that as 0.
Just 0.
That would just be 0, right? What would the upper class boundary for this be?
9.5.
9?
Nah, 9.5. The upper class boundary and the lower class boundary. The upper class boundary you add in 0.5 and the lower class boundary you're taking away 0.5. But if you're starting at 0, you wouldn't interfere with that. Because if you take away 0.5 from that, you get negative 0.5. Could somebody tell me what the lower class boundary for this class would be?
9.5.
Yeah.
9.5.
Yeah. What would the upper class boundary for this be?
18.5.
19.5.
Good. What would the lower class boundary for this be?
19.5.
19.5.
What would the upper class boundary be?
29.5.
29.5.
What was the lower class boundary for this?
29.5.
29.5.
And the upper class boundary is?
39.5.
39.5.
Cool. So, what is so good about this? Like I said, a histogram is a graph. Let me show you what histograms look like. Are you seeing any spaces in between the bars?
No, sir.
No. So like when you apply the lower class boundary, when you find the lower and upper class boundary, look at what happens. The ending value over there is the starting value over here. The ending value over here is the starting value over here. The ending value over here is the same as the starting value over here. Are you seeing now?
Yes, sir.
If you're not seeing that,
Yes.
run it back one more time. What is our upper class boundary here?
9.5.
9.5.
What's the lower class boundary here?
9.5.
9.5.
Isn't it the same?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
If it's the same, when I plot in the graph, will it have a space?
No.
No, because it's the same, right? It's the same. That's why you just find upper and lower class boundary when
No
you're plotting a
space.
histogram. Cool. So, hopefully okay with that. Let's look at the rest of the question now. Complete the cumulative frequency table using the data above. We do that. Easy 3 marks. Everybody feel like I get that correct? Yeah or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So one question, and some of these questions would have that you would have to find the midpoint, or they would have provided a midpoint.
Sometimes when you are finding the mean, when you're finding the mean for data organized like this, you have to find the midpoint. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Part B now. Give that a read.
Calculate the mean number of the text messages sent by the students of Form 5M today.
Cool. So here it is. we're at a bit of a crossroads. In the first part, what did they make us do?
Complete the cumulative frequency
So
using the data.
So one other thing they want me to use in part B.
The mean?
No, like, okay. Do you think they want us to use the raw data? Or do you think they want us to use the cumulative frequency?
Cumulative frequency.
Yeah. That's what they want me to use. So let me show you guys how you would find the mean or the average or X bar given data that is grouped into classes. So let me see if I can do back on that table. That makes sense? All right, so this is A and this is B. Okay, here what? I'll just put midpoint over here. I'm gonna go back to something quickly, right? Does everybody remember how I found the average for something like this? Do you guys remember? So Cassidy, do you remember how I did that? So I just say 7 by 7, 49. 8 by 18, 41, 44. 9 by 1, 9 by 4, 66. No,
And add and divide by the other.
exactly. No, it's very similar here. No, it's very similar over here. But instead, we have a range. So if you want to find out, if you want to use this range, you'd first have to find an average, and we call that average a midpoint. So what is 0 plus 9 over 2? That's how you find the midpoint. You just add the lower and upper class limit, divide by 2, you get a midpoint. So what would that be?
Divide by
If you have 0 and then you divide that by 2, what would that be? Again, 4.5, right? Let me run through this process another time, right? This question is almost exactly identical to the last question. The only thing is we grouped our data into classes. So to use the classes, you have to find our average. So the average from 0 to 9 is 4.5. And that kind of gives me the average for that class. So I could multiply that now by the frequency. Right, so we get 4.5 for the first one. Cassidy, how would I find the midpoint for the other class?
add the 10 and the 19 and divide it by 2.
Right, what's 10 plus 19 divided by 2?
14.5.
Right, what the other class?
20 plus 29 over 2, which is 24.5.
You get 24.5?
Yeah.
Okay, what about the other one? Last one.
30 plus 39 over 2, which is 34.5.
Cool, 34.5, nice. Right, so let me explain the concept of this. So Cassidy, as the data is right now, it's grouped into a class. Can I use the data if it's grouped into a class?
So,
I said that again, yeah or no?
no.
Nah, I can't do that. So I need to figure out the average for the class, right? So the average is just the midpoint. So I find the midpoint for all of the classes. So Videsh, do you understand that since we have a class, you have to find an average of the you have to find an average of 0 and 9?
Yes, sir.
You're sure? Because you see, we can't use 0 to 9, you know what I mean? You need an average for that class. You need an average for all the classes before you could use it. So we have the midpoint and we have the frequency. So Cassidy, on average, how many students would I send on would I send like a roughly 4.5 texts on average?
4.5.
Yeah. How many students would have sent an average of 4.5 texts?
0 to 9.
Now asking for frequency. Frequency.
Oh, 16.
16, right? How many students on average would have sent 14.5 messages?
14.5. 18.
18. Let me ask somebody else. Videsh, how many students on average would have sent 24.5 messages?
44.
Nah, that's a cumulative frequency. The cumulative frequency adds up all the frequencies. You run in total. But if I'm asking you just for the frequency, you have to tell me this. So look at it, Videsh. How many students sent between 20 to 29 texts?
10.
10. And all 24.5 is just the average for that class. So how many students, Videsh, sent on average 24.5 messages?
10.
10. So Videsh, how many students on average sent 34.5 messages?
6.
Good. I really, really hope you understand that. So with these types of questions, you cannot just use the class because you have a range, right? So what you need to do is you need to find our midpoint. You need to find our average for the classes. And it's only then you could use it. Cool. So on to the next part. So Cassidy, like I said, this is real similar to the previous question we did, right? Extremely similar.
Right.
So the frequency is F. And the midpoint is representing our variable, quote unquote. So that'll be X. So I would need to go ahead and find Fx. Because I'm trying to figure out on average what is the total amount if so okay, Cassidy, on average, how many students would have sent 4.5 messages? On average.
16.
So if I wanted to find the total number of messages they would have sent, how are we doing that?
16 by 4.5.
That is it. That's why we just multiply F by X. What is 16 by 4.5?
72.
Okay, then we're going to multiply somebody else. What are we going to multiply over here?
14.5 by 18.
Right, somebody else. Okay, where's 14.5 by 18? Tell me fast.
261.
261, good job. Somebody else now?
24.5 by 10.
Right, 24.5 by 10, that'll be 245, yeah? Let me know if you're getting 245.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Somebody, last one. What I multiply for the last one? What would I multiply for the last one?
34.5 times 6.
Yeah, 34.5 times 6. What would that be equal to?
207.
So on average, if I wanted to find the total number of messages, like the total, like, okay, if I wanted to find the amount of messages the whole class would have sent, how do we now?
Add up all.
Add up all. So, and that is represented by sum of fx. That'll be equal to the 72 plus the 261 plus the 245 plus the 207. So plug that into your calculator and let me know what you guys are getting.
785.
785.
So on average, the class would have sent how much messages?
785.
Good. Could somebody just verify this quickly? Make sure you're getting 785.
Yes, sir. That's correct, sir.
785.
Okay, good. So if I wanted to find the average now, again, okay, where's another way I could say average? Average means what? What does average mean? What does average mean?
Total divided by. Oh, okay, my bad.
All these things mean the same thing. Average, mean, X bar. These things mean the same thing. You see these over here? It means the same thing. Means the same thing. Means the exact same thing. Cool. So I'll probably understand that. And to find the average, remember the formula was sum of fx all over the sum of f. But now I'll actually understand the formula. So the sum of fx, it really tells us the total number of messages, which is 785. And sum of f, it tells us the total number of what? What does sum of f tells us? What does that tell us?
Frequency. The sum of the frequency.
Right. which we know will be what? Without adding anything, we know that will be what?
50.
50.
We're right. Because how much students we had?
50.
Good. So I understand that this boils down to the most basic average formula, the total all over the number of people.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. What's 785 over 50?
I got
15.7.
15.7.
Well, I get 15.7.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Everybody okay with that?
One question, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nikolai?
they said you mean. Would the other question be for standard deviation, which would have been the x bar squared or the x minus?
No, in the other question they didn't ask if for standard deviation.
Ah, okay. Well then, okay.
In the last question they asked for average rating, which is mean. So that'll be sum of fx over sum of f. Yeah. They didn't ask you for standard deviation.
No, I'm talking about the question that we're doing here now.
Oh.
You know, like where they would have the x minus the x bar and then
Oh,
they would
no,
have
no, 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 no. No, they just wanted us to calculate the mean number of text messages. That's what they look. My dog Shivish, my brother from another mother. Big up yourself, Shivish. But yeah, Nikolai. So they say calculate the mean number of text messages. So like they just want you to find the average. No standard deviation here.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Good. I really hope we're on the same page. Are they understanding everything so far? Or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I hope all understand. Anytime you have a class where it's a range, you need to find a midpoint. The midpoint is the same thing as just the average, right? So you just find the average there from 0 to 9. So 0 plus 9 over 2, 10 plus 19 over 2. I really hope we understand that. Part C. State the modal class of the number of text messages sent. Could anybody remind me what modal means? Modal means what? Yeah. Anytime you see modal, that means most frequent. So, and they said modal class, They said modal class. So if you're looking at this over here, what is the class that was most frequent?
10 to 19.
Let's see, not Cassidy.
10 to 19.
The person that was unmuted, whose name is iPhone. What's the actual name? Is it like 16 Pro Max or something? Yeah, I don't think they know their name is iPhone. Ask to unmute. Okay, never mind. Must have been the win. Yeah, Nikolai.
It's Denitra.
Nitra?
Denitra.
Nitra?
Yeah.
I hear a Guyanese accent. Are you from Guyana?
No, I'm from Trinidad.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah, this will be posted on YouTube. But I don't know. Yeah, I hear a little bit of Guyanese. A little bit. Hope you don't get offended about anything. Nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with that. Don't get offended, nothing. Nothing against the Guyanese accent. Nothing. Or nothing against anybody's accent for that matter of fact. You know what I mean? In case they try to put something controversial. I'm cool with everybody. Let's look at the other question, Nikolai. So we already answered part C. Let me just put on the answer. So the most frequent class is 10 to 19. Why? Because this was the most frequent one. Could anybody tell me the least frequent one? What is the least frequent class? The least frequent class.
30 to 39.
Yeah, because like who's sending that amount of messages, boy? Yeah. So the answer is
So
10 to
apparently 6 people.
All right. D. On the grid on page 6, draw a histogram to represent data. So Cassidy, let me run through now. Let me tackle this. Oh, Cassidy, do you know how to find class width if I ask you to do that?
No.
You don't know how to find class width? Nah? Okay. So the class width would be like 9.5 minus 19.5. Well, you'd say 19.5 minus 9.5. You'd say 29.5 minus 19.5, so on and so forth.
Okay.
Yeah. Right? Okay, so you with me so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about the rest of you guys? Are you with me so far or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So let me tackle the thing, right? Custody, this really easy. Histogram's like real easy. Copy this, put this over here. Uh-huh. So when you're, gosh, good notes. Wait a let me just, 1 second. Yeah, when you're plotting a histogram, could anybody tell me what goes on the y-axis? Well, for any statistics graph, what goes on the y-axis? What goes on the y-axis?
Cumulative frequency.
Nah, not. That's only for a cumulative frequency graph. So in general, for most
Oh,
graph in statistics, the
The
frequency,
interval.
the frequency does go on the y-axis. So the frequency does always go on the y-axis. And then you'd have a variable over here. So in this case, what's the variable? What's the thing we're trying to measure? What are we trying to measure in this question?
Number of text.
Number of
Number of
text.
texts. Right. Number of texts. We're trying to measure. So in this graph, you're going to plot frequency against the lower class boundary and the upper class boundary. So let me give a quick sketch. So my first frequency is 16. So this will be 0 to 9.5, and this will be 16. Then we have the next one is going up to 18, and that'll be from 9.5 to 19.5. The other one is 10, and that going from 19.5 to 29.5. It's 10. And then we have 29.5 to 39.5, that's 6. And that's essentially it, you know. All you understand the sketch?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let me actually put on the graph now. Put on the graph. Will I have enough space? It's the question. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Cassidy, let me start counting, right? So on my y-axis, I just gonna put frequency, and on the x-axis, I'm gonna put what?
Number of text.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the number of tests. So where's the highest frequency?
Excuse me.
Yeah, yeah, Joshua, talk to me.
Could you so ask the do it in more so I had sent on the right.
It will be kind of tough to write. Sure. I'll send in this after class. I'll send this after class. So you will have it. All right. So yeah, Cassidy. On the y-axis reporting frequency, what's the highest frequency?
18.
So it looks like we gotta maximize our graph, right? So we're looking like we're gonna say every one is 1. So like 1, 2, 3. Hopefully it work. 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, statistics is my least liked topic.
Me too.
Statistics is so bums. It's so
Yeah.
boring.
I hate statistics.
Aha, yeah, we get you there. Yeah, big up yourself, Cassidy. We get you there. Nice.
Right.
I don't need to go anymore. And over here you have frequency. Now we need to figure out the axes for a number of texts. So like we had to go up to 39.5. You see that? 39.5.
Yeah.
Mikhail, you falling asleep there? Wait, boy.
I
All
guess
right,
so.
let me continue.
Yeah.
So let's try to figure out a scale. So if I use, so I'm trying to go up to essentially 40, right, Cassidy? Do you think if I say every one is one, it would work? Or I need to use like a bigger? Nah, it wouldn't work.
Bigger state.
Let's use a bigger scale. You have any ideas?
Excuse sir.
Yeah, Nikolai?
2 blocks represent 5.
2 blocks represent 5. Let's see if that will work. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, Cassidy, this looking like it will work.
Yeah.
All right. So we need to figure out what every small block is equal to. So we have 10 small blocks, and 10 small blocks is equal to what? What is 10 small blocks equal to? So 10 small blocks is equal to I seen it on mute, but I hearing it.
5 divided by 10.
That's what one small block would be, right? What's 5 divided
Yeah.
by 10?
0.5.
So one block is 0.5. That's really, really convenient. Yeah, this is our paper 3. But I understand that everything we do here could come in our paper 2, right? Like so far, everything we've
Yeah.
done, it could come in our paper 2.
Yes, sir.
So one block is 0.5. That right? I'm making our lives so simple. So the first one, 0 to 9.5, and we have our frequency as 16. So we have our frequency as 16, and we're going from 0 to 9.5. So, Cassidy, 9.5, wouldn't that just be one small block from 10?
Yeah.
Because each small block is 0.5. What's 10
0.5.
minus 0.5? With 10, that's 9.5. So, yeah, I'm gonna do something for 2 after the 7th of me. I'm gonna be here every single day after the 7th of me. Well, yeah, as soon as I done with UE, I dominating this, Everybody gonna know about math vibes. And I gonna help so much students, it's gonna be crazy.
Right. And you're gonna help the chemistry students too, right?
Yes, everybody.
Hey, sir. Here come a smile here now. You know. That
A little,
chemistry
At
a little
last.
bit,
right now.
a little bit old and thing by then. But anyways, I graduating like next year and a half. Yeah.
I will see you for unit 1 and unit 2.
I tell you, as soon as I done with my degree, I focusing on this full time, I gonna become the number one in the Caribbean. I'm gonna be known internationally. Manifesting that. Trust. It
Sir,
happen.
everybody could be running around like speed, sir.
Oh nah, I don't want
Oh, well.
Hey. Hey, my partner from Vinci, he showed me how them was in Vinci, boy. Them was worse than in Trinidad. Them was worse than Trinidad.
Western Trinidad.
Yeah. Hey, a man from
That's
Vinci,
crazy.
boy, a man from Vinci, they had to hold him down. Because like he keep on trying to like
What?
back or bite speed. I don't
That's
understand.
so crazy.
Right?
Yeah, bites.
I don't understand the concept of running down a normal human being.
That's why he's saying like we have placed that human being on such a pedestal. It's crazy. It's a human being.
Excuse, sir. Don't
Yeah,
get too
Nicole.
popular, because when you're driving, somebody go hang on to your car, like that
I
one person
You will
behind.
see them in the rearview mirror.
oh yeah. No matter how popular it gets, I remember always like to be like I grew up, that's side quest. Like I grew up and I was always forgotten. Like nobody remembered me. Like I was like always the loner kid now. So like I know what it's like to be like that. So even when I get popular, I still remember what it's like to be like that. So I can relate to everybody that's not popular. I'll always
Yes,
stay
sir.
humble. I'll always stay humble. Trust.
Yes, sir. On a serious note, that man cling on to that car like a spider, so like, come on, why?
Hey. I don't know why them so behind speed, you know. I
So
I
use
feel
this time to charge your Apple Pencil.
that's some good advice. That's some good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh,
you have it.
if all you have graph paper, see if all you can finish your graph in the meantime as well. See if all you
Yes,
can
sir.
do that. So you get it just by now. You're plotting the lower class boundary and the upper class boundary. That will tell you your class width. And you're looking at the frequency to see how high you're going up to. That's what you're doing.
One more question, sir. Didn't this say it's a histogram? So would we need that line where it was passing through the center and at the ends? Or no?
It's a histogram, so like the bar is gonna be back to back. I think you're talking about a frequency polygon or something.
Yeah. Did they say anything like that?
No, it's just a histogram. So in a histogram, the bars are back to back. So like let me show you what I mean, right? So okay, I plotted the first row. Let's plot the second row. So that goes from 9.5 to where, Nikolai? 9.5 to what? 9.5 to what?
19.5?
And it goes up to what?
18, sir.
Right. So we're already at 9.5 over here. Now we need to go to 19.5. So hope you're seeing that.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna go to 18. Okay. And 19.5 would be like one small block before 20. That's the second bar. Does everybody understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I think I'll get the concept of a histogram, you know. I think I'll have it.
Yes, sir. That's like 3 marks, but still you just had to check over and make sure that your question and everything correct.
Yeah. I mean, okay, cool. The next one, good notes. Why are you sticking for, boy? Looking on my iPad. Wait, what? My iPad just freeze. Okay, look at working. Apple, eh? Apple. And I have a M2 iPad Pro, you know, it should be working fine. And I have a M4 Max. So like it really should be working fine. But okay, the next one we're gonna do is 19.5, 29.5 with a frequency at 10. So Nikolai, we're already at 19.5. We need to go to 29.5 on the x-axis and we need to go up to 10 on the y-axis. So 10 would be over here. And I go into what Nikolai? 29.5, right?
9.5, sir. Yes, sir.
Here, the next one is 29.5 to 29.5, and we're going up to 6. We're going up to 6. Yeah, I don't know if you fully understand this.
Yes, sir. I fully understand it, sir.
Or if you like, are you okay with what is that? Wait, sir. If you're not, I'll always go over it at the end to make sure you understand.
I
Okay,
understand, sir.
who here does not understand the histogram? If you genuinely don't, just tell me no. I will go over it. Just tell me. Just tell me you don't understand it. And I will explain it back. Good notes. Hey, I'll go into a shooting mode. Okay. I see somebody in the chat say they don't understand on TikTok, so I'll go it over again.
So you have a gun?
I don't have a gun, Nikolai. It's like a figure of speech. It's a meme. It's
That's a meme. Careful too.
You know, the man was like, "I'm fed up. I'm going to shooting mode." Yeah. Right. So to the person in the TikTok that does not fully understand, a histogram is like a bar chart, but you have no spaces in the middle. If you notice, the bars are back to back. Now, when you're plotting a histogram, you need to find the lower class boundary and the upper class boundary for your classes. So the upper class boundary is just going to be adding 0.5. So you see the upper class boundary there was 9.5, upper class boundary here was 19.5, upper class boundary here was 29.5, upper class boundary here was 29.5. Cool. And you also have to find the lower class boundary. Because we started at 0 here, I did not take away 0.5. So you don't need to take away 0.5 since you're starting at 0. We have 10 over here. You take away 0.5 from 10, you get 9.5. You take away 0.5 from 20, you get 19.5. You take away 0.5 from 30, you get 29.5. So, when you do a histogram, you need to find the boundaries. And why do you need to do that? You need to do that because a histogram is a back-to-back graph. If you notice, the upper class boundary here and the lower class boundary here is the same. The upper class boundary here and the lower class boundary here is the same. So when you're plotting a histogram, you are plotting the variable, which is this represents x. You're plotting this on the x-axis, and you always plot your frequency on the y-axis. Yeah, this is our paper 3. So we have, oh, you don't understand how I get that? That was given in the question. That was given in the question. So you see like the 0 to 9, the 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, that was given in the question. That was given in the table in the question. Yeah. So let me just explain how you're going to plot this graph quickly. So 0 to 9.5. So you see 0 to 9.5, and I need to go up to 16. So 0 to 9.5, and I went up to 16. Cool. Then we have 9.5 to 19.5, and I'm going up to 18. 19.5 to 29.5, and I'm going up to 10. To 29.5 to 39.5, and I'm going up to 6. So that's how you plot a histogram. You're looking at the boundaries and the frequency on the y-axis and the boundaries on the x-axis. And a histogram is a bar chart that's back to back. And if you like, are you okay with histograms? Yeah or no?
Yes.
Bet. Are you looking for on the camera right now? I think I fixed the Wi-Fi issue.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you don't understand why I use the number of text and frequency instead of the cumulative frequency. Okay, so a histogram tells you the individual frequencies for each bar. It didn't make sense to use cumulative frequency because cumulative frequency would tell you the frequency you run in total. So like, it wouldn't tell me the individual frequencies of the bars. You only use cumulative frequency if they ask you to do the cumulative frequency curve. So, hope you understand that. For a histogram, okay, so I'll explain it one more time. For a histogram, it is the individual frequencies for the bars, not the cumulative frequencies. This will be for a cumulative frequency curve. I know they kind of mislead you because, and Cassidy, when you read this question, and you was expecting a cumulative frequency curve, yeah or nah?
Yes, too.
Yeah, but then they tell you to do a histogram. Very, very unpredictable, very sneaky. So we should be okay with the histogram question now. Cool. Let's do the other question. So I need a volunteer for this one. Volunteer. Any volunteers? I see Nikolai volunteer. Sure, Nikolai, give it a read.
Oh. The business agency gives a 60% increase in an investment over 6 years at simple interest. Mark invested 8,000 compound interest at the same rate. Calculate the total amount he has after 2 years. The final amount A, when principal P is invested compound interest at rate R for n number of years is given by A equals P in brackets 1 plus R over 100 close brackets to the power n. I see this formula already.
Yeah, because this is compound interest formula. They like to bring this question on paper too.
Yeah.
So in So simple interest is very simple. Compound interest isn't simple. You're finding a percentage of the amount of money each year, and you're adding that to the amount you have before. It's kind of it's a bit different. It's actually an example of a geometric progression for those of you guys that know that.
Yes,
But
sir.
when Nikolai, they're giving you the formula here in maths, you just had to substitute and you're fine. So let's read the question. Yeah, so Nikolai, a business agency gives a 60% increase in an investment over 6 years. So you see this 60% increase here? That is a what? What's that? What's that? What does that tell you? Is that the final amount? Is that the principal? Is that the rate? What is that?
The final?
Nah. 60% increase.
Nah, that's not the final.
What do you guys think that 60% is?
Rate.
Yeah, Nikolai. Anytime you see percentage as a rate. So this is the rate.
Yes, sir.
So a business agency gives a 60% increase, so that's the rate, in an investment over 6 years at a simple interest. Okay. Over 6 years at simple interest. So they're saying here, Mark invested 8,000 compound interest at the same rate. Calculate the total amount he has after 2 years. Okay, so they really try to tire you up here now. They really try to tire you up here.
Nah, sir, that's looking easy, sir. Yeah.
No, it is an easy question. It is an easy question. So a business agency gives a 60% increase in an investment over 6 years at simple interest. Mark invested $8,000 compound interest at the same rate. At the same rate. So how much did he invest? How much did Mark invest?
$8,000.
So that would be the final amount, the principal, rate, number of years. What do you think that would be?
Principal.
Right, the principal is the amount of money you invest. That's what we start off with. And they said compound interest at the same rate. If it's at the same rate, what's the rate you're talking about there?
60%.
60%.
Good. Calculate the total amount of money he has after 2 years. So in other words, they want us to find A, the amount accrued after 2 years. So they want us to find for A, and they're giving us time to be what? T is equal to what? Well, instead of T, you use N, right? N is equal to what?
Yes.
The number, yes.
2 years.
Good. So all we had to do is use this formula. So A tells us the final amount. Isn't that what we want to find? The final amount after 2 years?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
A is going to be equal to the principal. The principal is the amount he invested. He invested $8,000. So that's going to be 8,000 here. The rate is 60%. So that's going to be 60 all over 100. And how long did he invest this thing for?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, so plug that into your calculator and let me know what you guys are getting. Again, if you have a Casio, your life's so easy, eh? Cassidy,
Yes, sir.
do you have a Casio? I would think
I
so
am
because
part of the Casio family.
good, because your name is Cassidy. Cassidy. I
Right.
would hate for you to have a shop.
Exactly.
If they make like, okay, the pink Casio should be called Cassidy.
I
I
think
think
so. I agree.
the pink Casio is so cute, eh? I'm not gonna lie.
I love the pink Casio.
I got 20,480.
Yeah, 20,480. All again, that?
Yes, sir.
Let me know if all again that.
Yes, sir.
Bet. Now here this. That A represents the interest or it represents the total amount of money after 2 years. What does that represent? What does that represent? That A over there, what does that represent? Somebody tell me. What does A represent?
A is the final amount.
The final amount.
So isn't that the answer?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What if, now let me ask an additional question, right? If I ask you guys to find the interest, how would you find the interest?
Principal by rate by time over 100.
No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nah. Uh-uh. Nah. So
Oh,
like,
interest, not simple interest.
nah,
Ah,
interest. All right. So first of all, you guys have to understand what interest is. Interest is the additional amount of money added to the principal. So like, interest is the extra money you get from investing money. So like, if you want to find the interest, you need to compare the total amount to the amount invested. So how much did the person invest? Oh, Chantal, your mic unmuted.
8,000.
Sorry.
Yeah. So if they ask me to find the interest, if they ask you, so I'm gonna ask an additional question. Additional question. What is the interest? So Nikolai, again, interest is the amount of money you're getting from investing money. So how much did we invest, Nikolai?
8,000.
And how much money did we get after 2 years?
We get the 20,480.
So how much money did I get from the bank from investing?
I got 12,480.
Does everybody understand the concept of interest?
Yes, sir.
So interest is just the extra, is like the money you get in from a bank by investing money. That's what interest is. It's really just the extra amount. Yeah. Nikolai, if you borrow money from me, right, and I say you had to pay me back with interest, doesn't that mean you had to pay me back like an extra amount?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so the extra amount could be how much money you pay me at the end minus the original amount. That's where interest is. Okay. Part B. So everybody would I get at 2 marks or no? Let me know if I would I get at 2 marks.
2 marks in the bag.
That 2 marks real easy to get. Real easy to get. Right?
To
Part
be
B
honest,
now.
to be
Where
honest, I might have gotten that one wrong. Because you remember I said simple interest instead of interest.
yeah. But now you know, Nikolai. Now you know that interest is just the total amount minus the original amount. Because interest is the extra amount. So who wants to help me with the last question? Cassidy, you wanna wrap up or you wanna let somebody else do it?
I don't mind. I'll,
Bet.
I'll, yeah.
Give it a read.
The following table shows the value of a car at the end of each year as it depreciates over a 6-year period. 3 points in the table above are plotted on the grid on page 8 of your answer booklet. Plot the remaining 4 points and draw a straight line to show the relationship between the value of the car and the age of the car in years.
Ooh. So here this, I don't know if you realize from my last question, right? But anytime you have a constant rate of change, you're dealing with a what kind of graph?
Linear?
A linear. And you do that maths?
Yes.
Yeah. And you should have a higher level of the context for what I'm saying. When I say like constant rate of change, I mean a
Yeah.
linear progression. If I say like different rates of change, probably is a curve or something.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's see if it's a line, right? Let me just read back the question one more time now. So the table below talks about the depreciation for a car over 6 years. That is what it's telling us. Now, what does depreciation mean? I think we need to understand that. Does anybody know what depreciation means?
Reduction in value of an item.
Right. It means that it's losing value. So it's losing value over time. Did you guys... Hey, look, Justin say the exact same thing I say, boy. Big up yourself, Justin. Yeah, depreciates mean you're losing value over time. And let's see if we can observe this. So, initially, when the age of the car is 0, what's the value of the car?
18,000.
If they ask you to state what that means, what does that mean? What does that 18,000 tell you? That 18,000 represents what?
100%.
Exactly, that represents 100% of the sale price or the cost price. Well, if you're selling it, it's gonna be selling price, right? But what I really wanted to hear is that would represent the original price of the car. Yeah, that's the original price. And as the year goes by, it starts to lose value. So when you try to sell it, you have to sell it for less. So, Cassidy, do you understand that this over here would tell you the original selling price of the car?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. After 1 year, how much value did we lose?
1,500.
Yeah, we lose 1,500. Again, if it's a linear graph, then it will have the same reduction over year by year basis. So, what is the reduction between 16,500 and 15,000?
1,500.
Mm-hmm. What about the from here to here?
1,500.
Oh, let's see now. No.
Yes,
People,
sir.
people in class, and so they're seeing that like it's a constant rate of change.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
you remember the rate of change tells you the gradient. Now, since this is a reduction, do you think this would be a positive gradient or a negative gradient? What I had to say.
Positive.
Nah, if it's a reduction, if the value decreasing, you think it's a positive gradient or a negative gradient?
Negative.
Negative.
A negative. So I could tell earlier, without even finding the gradient, that it would be y is equal to negative 1,500x plus 18,000. I could tell you that that's going to be the function. And how did I figure out that so fast? The rate of change tells you what type of gradient you have. So let me show you what I mean. In the last question we did, in this last question with Laxton, what was it? Just by looking at the table, what was the gradient, Cassidy?
80.
Because isn't that the constant rate of change?
Yes.
Isn't that the exact same thing in this question? It's just a negative gradient this time because it depreciated.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I could figure out that my gradient could be negative 1,500 one time. And remember, the y-intercept is, okay, guys, when I talk about the y-intercept, I'm talking about the y value when what is equal to 0.
When x is equal to 0.
Yes. Aren't they telling you that over here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because when x is 0 is y.
18,000.
Right, that's 18,000. So let's see how fast I come up with the function for that. I didn't even do no calculations, I just look at that and figure it out. And you all are capable of that as well. Minus 1,500, minus 1,500. Cool. All right. Cassidy, look what they're asking in part 2. What they're asking in part 2.
Oh, wow.
We already know the answer,
This
right?
question is 3 marks.
We already know the answer. The gradient has to be negative 1,500. But they want you to
Right.
they want you to actually plot the graph and take points from the graph and do it. So that's not a problem. But we know where you're gonna be. I showed you already hacks. I want you to think about maths differently. Look out for the trends and patterns because maths is really cool. All right. Akira, you there? Akira, are you still with us?
Yes, sir.
Akira, you could send mom the graph because I presume you'd have the graph.
Yes, but I had actually write it down in my book, so I just have what I wrote down.
Oh, you so
I don't have the actual paper of it,
oh, okay.
but I could get the paper and like I had to go back on the site or whatever.
Okay, from a fast. I want to see what the graph for this look like.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'm going to use my mathematical induction skills. Yeah, so Cassidy, according to what they say in part 1, and it kind of alluded that they plot 4 for you already because they say plot the remaining 4.
Yeah.
Well, not really plot 4, they plot 3 for you already because
It's
how
plot
much 4
3
into
and we have
6?
to plot 4.
You have 7 points to plot. You ready?
Yep.
That means you already plot 3 and you gotta plot the remaining 4. So this would have meant that you don't have to figure out no scale and thing in no Cassidy. This means that they give you a graph already with a scale and you just have to put the other points.
Rest of point. Yep.
Yeah. I think a little paper sure real easy, you know. It's look complicated but real easy.
Before like looking at your videos and before this class, I had this stigma about paper tree. I thought I would have failed paper tree, honestly. But I think it's really easy. I could go and write math paper tree now.
Yeah, it's very simple. You just have to think differently. You have to like connect everything. You have to see like the deeper patterns. But is it first time in one of my lives? First time? I feel like I see
Yes.
it.
You do know me because I do message you,
Okay.
but this is the first time I'm actually in a class.
I find the classes. Find his vibes.
I mean, I can't believe I sat here for this long.
That's usually the Nikolai. And Nikolai would tell you, like he said they have 24 hours, I'm answering 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's the effect of math vibes. That's the effect of
And
it.
I'm very easily distracted, but I feel very locked in with the mathematics tonight.
I don't know how much to believe. Like I being real, I being honest. Are you just like glazing? Are you just glazing?
No. Trust. Normally, my lessons class is 3 hours long, and I can't sit through that class without going on my phone or doing something other than maths. But I actually really enjoying maths tonight. But
I
maths
don't
is my favorite subject.
I
So
don't when I say these things, like I don't know how much of it to believe. Because like people so
you have
easily
to believe
impressed.
all of it because I don't lie.
Mm,
Lie, not in my job description.
Maybe I was gonna ask you if you're gonna be a lawyer, but that would be like the
No,
exact opposite field.
nah. Yeah.
Yeah. Akira,
So charge your Apple Pencil.
it's charging right now. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Akira, let me know if you get the graph. Okay, if Akira doesn't get the graph, we'll just have to use our mathematical inductive skills and figure out what the graph would look like. It's not a problem. Let's do that quickly. Um, yeah. Akira, what site you finding that one? I'm curious.
I was gonna ask the same question.
Because like the sites, like it's Crib D or something, it don't have like the
I
graph
dislike
thing.
scripty. I dislike scripty.
Wait, because you had to pay for it?
Yeah, and then while I looking at the answers, I want to give my ad about Tattle and
So I couldn't reach
investing.
back to this site. I don't know why, but it was a AI site I saw on TikTok.
Oh,
I
Caribbean AI.
I
Was
don't
it that?
know. I had to get back the video I get from, but when I had click on it, I got to go into this particular paper tree question.
Oh, okay. All right.
But
Was
I
that?
have I write down the whole thing in my book. I don't know if you want to send a picture. Like
No, it's fine. I'll use my inductive skills to figure it out. Cause we bad like that. It'll be fine. Like we could figure this out.
I have the whole thing written in my book.
Well, you can send me a picture of it if you want.
Okay.
All right. So they're telling us what's going on in y-axis. Cassidy. They're saying value of the car is going on the y-axis, and they're telling us age of the car is going on the x-axis. So we know that much. And the highest value is 6. Now we need to occupy more than half the page. So like I will say every 2 is what?
1.
I'll say every 2 is 1. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'll call out there. And on the y-axis now. On the y-axis. What do we have on the y-axis, man? Give me a second. Okay, cool. Cool. We need to like 18,000. I can say it's real simple, you know. We could just say everyone is what? We could just say everyone.
1,000.
Yeah, real easy, boy. Real easy. Paper tree is food, all yeah.
Paper shoes food.
Yeah, boy. I got me seen all yeah after the 7th of me. We got me doing like real lives, like real lives.
Of
Like paper
course,
two and thing.
math's not far away, you know. Of
It
course, we
isn't,
are.
really isn't. I didn't really hear much people. But like the people that come, I remember all yeah. Right? I just here trying to help students in whatever way I could. Hopefully get through with everything. Cause like I know what it's like to want to become really good at maths, but the time it takes you to make mistakes and learn and progress is tough. So having somebody to ask questions is good because it could expedite your process, it could speed it up.
So when I get my distinction in maths, I'll ask the council to write your name at the corner of it, right? So you'll get some credits.
I don't really care for the credits. I just get all I get through. I don't like do good in maths. I just trying to spread a love for maths. I really love maths, and I think all could love maths too. That's the mission. All right. This real simple. So I say it real simple because it is it. What's my first point?
18,000.
Good. Because when you're writing a point is made of an x value then a y value. So the x value is going to go first, so 0. And then the y value is going to go second, 18,000. So 0, 18,000. So let me show you how we're going to do that. So 0, I'm going to start by 0, then I'm going to go up to 18,000. And again, somebody remind me, what is the significance of this 18,000? What
It's
is
the
the
original price of the
Selling
book.
price.
Yeah, is the original price. Right? Is the original price you could sell it for. So 18,000. Over time it loses its value, so you had to sell it for less. Alright, the next one is 16,500. Anybody confused about that?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Good notes. Hey! All good notes. Let us see my crash out on live. Good notes really test my patience, you know. And I have a lot of patience.
I feel like the amount of money good roosters cost, it should be better than this.
I'm telling you, and it's not like I have cheap equipment, you know, like the equipment I have is like more than the price of a car. It should be working. Like it should be working. I just don't know. Just don't know why. I feel like it's some OBR or something, somebody working on me. I feel like it's
Probably.
OBR.
We are counteracting.
Now the vibes will come counteract the OBR for sure, for sure. Like the vibes stronger than the OBR. Trust.
Definitely.
Why do not square, boy? I don't want a square. I want a circle. I want a circle, dog. Come now,
I'm gonna
man.
say a prayer. Let me say a prayer. Come on.
Ah, look at circle finally, boy. Nice.
Right.
All right, the next point is 15,000. So I'm gonna go by 2, then I'm gonna go up to 15,000 right here. So my next point is right here. Cool. Right here. Then 3, 13,500. Hey, look, Melodia, real talented singer. Go follow her. She's really talented. Um, yeah, 13,500. That's gonna be right here. If anybody is confused, again, everything here is on the x-axis. Everything over here is on the y-axis. Well, these are the x values. These are the y values. And a point is made up of an x value and a y value. You state the x value first, then the y value. And so this is 3, 13,500. Is it 3, 13,500? Now, what does that mean? It means I had to go to 3 on the x-axis, and you had to go up to 13,500. I'm scared, you know. I feel like I'm so confused.
Yes, sir.
I,
Master.
I already had do 3. I already did 3, 13,500. So we have 4, 12,000 right here. And then we have 5, 10,500. So I'm gonna go by 5, and then I'm gonna go up to 10,500 right here. Then 6, 9,000. Okay, 6, 9,000. Bam. Ollie, what is it looking like? Looks like a what? What are looking like? Isaiah, you have your mic on. Okay. What are looking like, guys? What are
A
looking like?
straight line.
Yeah, they're looking like a straight line with a positive gradient or a negative gradient.
Negative. Because they're going down.
Negative.
If you never understood it before, a negative gradient just means that the value is going to increase over. A negative gradient just means the value is going to decrease over time. Negative means that you're taken away, right? So, I literally see it over here, no? Like, I literally saw it. Watch Nikolai, weren't you taken away 1500 every single time the year
Yes.
progresses? Yeah, so a negative gradient just means that you're going down in value by a fixed rate. That's what it means. It's not that complicated. None of this is complicated. Try to do a better graph. Okay, that's a pretty good graph, if I've ever saw one. That has to do. Is everybody okay with the graph? Yeah or nah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bet. So yeah, generally speaking, time always goes on the x-axis, typically. So and you're seeing it over here as well. You're seeing age of car in years, so this will be time. Yeah, this is time. And you're seeing value of car in dollars. That's why. And look, Bali, you come back again, big up yourself. Still going strong. So guys, if I was to label the y-axis, what would I label the y-axis? Somebody tell me. Do I need to hit all the vibes? If I move in dry.
No.
So according to this over here, what would I label the y-axis?
Or the value of cars.
Right. I'm gonna call that the value of car, and that's in dollars. Okay, and what am I measuring on the x-axis? X-axis.
Age of car.
That is all. Age of the car. Age of car. And hey, look, Shiva, one of my first students. Big up my batch of first students. I really appreciate all it. Right, age of car, and we're measuring the age of the car in what? Years, right? Years. Age of car, years. Is there anybody that's confused by anything? Anything?
Yes, sir.
So does everybody understand that if it's a fixed rate of change, it's a line, right? It will be a line. It will be a line. If it has a fixed rate of change, will be a line.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what the brand of the car, what do you think the brand of the car is, guys? All I have to say. What do you think the brand of the car is?
The value of the car.
Yeah, the brand of the car.
Oh, brand.
Yeah, the brand. Somebody say Nissan. Somebody say Nissan.
Yeah, Nissan.
Yeah. That is Nissan. Yeah. Okay, calculate the gradient of the straight line. I remember what I said earlier, right? You typically don't use any of the points you were given. So you need to actually read off points from the graph when you're finding gradients. So like to expedite the process, I'm going to pick some nice points. So I could probably pick this point over here. If I pick this point over here, I need somebody to read it off from her. Now here it is. You could pick any 2 points on the line. It has to be on the what? The points have to be on the
Line.
yeah.
Line?
Could I pick up points over here?
No.
No.
No, X does not mark the spot over there. You will not find treasure over there. You lose a mark. Right? So don't do that.
It will be 8 and 6,000.
8 and 6,000, yeah. 8 and 6,000. I need another point though.
So by the 14,000, like high up there, do you want to choose that point?
Hmm.
I mean, it's just one block higher.
I'm looking for a real nice point. Here what? We kind of have ugly points right through, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you could probably use this one over here. And well, we know the gradient we're supposed to get is what? What's the gradient? What the gradient supposed to be?
Negative 1500.
Yeah, it's supposed to be negative 1500. If you don't get that, something wrong. Very wrong. So let's try to read off that point there now. Typically, I try to read off points that I can get direct read off for. So that looking like what?
Like 3.5 point, I mean 3.5.
3.5 now. That's not 3.5.
No. I know it's not 3.5, but I'm trying to say what's the next one? 3.55?
Nah, boy. Nah. You were thinking that bad, boy. Nah, Nikolai. Nah, when me.
Oh wait.
Good notes. So what wrong with you, boy? You're even real naughty tonight. Like, hey.
So it's 3.6.
Yeah, it's 3.6. 3.6.
Right.
Yeah, 3.6. Yes, Shiva, something wrong. Can somebody tell me what this would be?
What was for one?
Well, we have 5 small blocks is equal to 1,000. So one small block would be 200.
Okay.
Yeah, because 1,000 divided by 5 is 200.
Okay.
So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3. 3 by 200 is 600. So that'll be 12,600.
Yeah.
Let me know if you're okay with that.
Yes, sir.
So, Ole, check this out, right? Again, if you're confused, every small block is literally 200. And we're going up 3 small blocks. So 3 by 200 is 600. 12,600. I wish I had that money. Yeah, but
I
12,600.
believe everybody would want that money. On
When
that
I start to
month.
work, let's go song bad, but when I start to work and I go out into the working world and you see that and you see 12,600, that's not a lot of money. It's not a lot in the grand scheme of things. I'm not gonna last 2 months. So I gotta finish real fast. Cost of living real high, you know. Alright. So we have the 2 points, eh? Are they okay with the 2 points? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Yes,
look,
sir.
I read science, boy. Big up, big up, big up. Alright, so we had the 2 points. Again, Aleo, could I pick a point that's not on the line?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, I can't do that because I wouldn't be representative of the relationship between the x and the y axis for this graph. This graph follows this pattern over here, this relationship. If you take a point on this, if you take a random point here, that nah. What you doing? Take a point on the line. So which one do you guys want to call the first point? Doesn't matter, but which one do I want to call the first point?
The 3.6.
Again, it don't matter, eh? Don't matter. So x1, y1. Cool. x1, y1.
When
Uh-huh. And this is x2, y2. Cool. Cool. Everybody remember how to find gradients?
Yes, sir.
If you don't remember, that's fine. I'll go over that. It's cool. So because somebody tell me what's the formula for gradients, I'm a bit forgetful. You know what I mean? I don't know what's the formula for gradients.
M is equals to
Change.
change of y over the change of x.
Yeah. Gradient is the change in y, so y2 minus y1 over the change in x. So x2 minus x1. Good. And so like, what's y2? What is y2?
6,000.
6,000. What's y1?
4,600.
And where's x2?
8.
Right? x1 is?
3.6.
Aha. So let me plug that into my calculator and let me see what we get. What's the answer I expected?
Negative 1,500.
Negative 1,500.
That's what I should get, right? Bam! Bam! Let me go! Let me go! Let's go! Yeah, boy! Big up, big up, big up! One time!
Sir, it's a good thing we get this, but at the same time, it's like my calculator dead. You know, like when you're trying to put on yours and it not coming on, it's the same thing with mine.
But you actually have a physical calculator, though.
Yes, and that's the thing. I try to put it on and it's not coming on. And like after 5 attempts, it come on.
Ways, boy.
Time to invest in a new Casio.
Yeah, it I can up like a good note here. And it's like
Oh
and
no.
it's on way.
Hear what, Nikolai? Just change the battery, boy. Change the battery.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. Change the battery.
So get a new app.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. Friendly fire. I like that one. So we got the gradient to be negative 1,500. And I mean, this comes to no surprise. I mean, just by looking at the table, you can see it was negative 1,500. Cool. So we do this one. Yeah, part one. I'll feel like after this, I'll have like a greater appreciation for how master's work on that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Because like
Yes, sir.
the way maths is taught is like very black and white, and it's be so uninteresting. I ain't gonna lie, it's real uninteresting. But you could see that maths actually kind of cool. You're doing all of this madness on paper, and it somehow works out. It's really cool, Loki.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is part two. By the way, I'll be sending this on the Vibes channel, the Vibes Central group chat. If you're not there, hard locks. You should probably join the best group chat where we share resources and whatnot. Because on the sub, hey, can we sharing all the resources there? And we start doing lives more regularly. And everybody just help each other there. So, like if all they want, just Nikolai, you could just drop my number in the chat. So if anybody want, they could just send me a message and I'll add them to the chat.
Yes, sir.
Bet. Right, Cassidy, what is part three? What does the gradient of the straight line indicates?
Constant depreciation in value.
Right. It's understood to be constant because it's a line. So all you had to say is the rate of depreciation. Let me know if you understand that.
Yes, sir. So I feel like I'm in POA.
I wanted to do a live with Chris from Adaptation.
Yes,
Like,
that would be a madness and badness collab.
yeah, but I had to tell him that. I had to tell him that. Hey, somebody record this. Wait, now I was just send him the clip or something.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, Mr. Rajiv, I usually see him on my Facebook, like as friend.
You have Facebook?
Yeah.
I have Facebook too. Hold on.
Although, I just use Facebook too, but
Well, it came on my phone, and for years before, I did not put my an account in, so it would usually ask me once in a while to put in an account or log Facebook. And so I decided that I should put it in an account, and I did, and I saw Miss and I tried added you as a friend. It didn't work on Mr. Rajiv.
oh yeah. That's
I
well,
saw Mr. Chris Bagati, one mutual friend, you.
yeah. Chris is goated. You see, like how others teach maths and like go into the concept and explain everything. He's doing the same thing, but like genuinely, he has more experience, so I feel like he's a bit clearer. Like he's really good. Like I recommend him for maths and POA. Like I genuinely don't gatekeep nobody. If it's genuinely a good teacher, I would recommend them. Yeah. I thought like a check keen, so read maths too. Well good.
Yes, sir. I
It
joined he
takes
live
all night
earlier this
today,
morning
but
and he done
he
like
had
knock already, so
cut.
good back vibes.
Yeah, they're all good, real good. I recommend them. And I mean cool when Springer right there, Terry David, but I feel like Chris, I feel like I relate to his teaching style a bit more. Because it's similar to
Yeah.
mine, of course. It's similar to mine, so of course I would recommend Chris, but I like to teach maths, like the concept of maths in a fun way and like you actually see how it is work. That's my philosophy. But I have a real good teachers and a real good teachers. I respect all of them. Everybody just teach differently. And well, whichever one works for you, works for you. But you gotta get the help you need. Um Write an equation to describe the relationship between the age of car and the value of the car at the end of each year. Cassie, the entry do that already?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the weighting form y is equal to mx plus c, right? Bam. Y, if I recall, y was the value of the car, x was the age of the car, and well, we already come up with it over here. So the gradient is negative 1500, so negative 1500x, and the y-intercept is just well, we know what that is, right? That's 0, 18,000. So just 18,000. Now let me just say you had some trust issues, right? And you don't believe this formula. You don't believe this. Well, you could check it back, you know. So Nikolai, let me understand how this does work, right, Nikolai? So remind me, what does Y stand for? And Nikolai, what does Y stand for? What were we plotting on the Y-axis?
Or the value of the cars,
Right, the value. And what were we plotting on the X-axis?
the age of the cars,
So Nikolai, as the age increases, the negative number here is going to increase or decrease?
increase.
Yeah, quote unquote increase. But really, if the number getting more negative, it technically getting more smaller. But the magnitude of the number is getting bigger.
Yes, sir.
So like people in the Zoom, I like to understand that as the value here for age gets bigger, you ended up with a negative number with a bigger magnitude. Let me explain. So somebody give me an age. Maybe we could start off with an age of 1. So when x is 1, that will be equal to negative 1500 by 1 plus 18,000. What is negative 1500 plus 18,000? What's negative 1500 plus 18,000, guys?
Uh, that's if my calculator would come on. Yes, no.
I don't even know the calculator for that. That'll be
That's right.
16,500, I think.
Yeah. Wait, no.
Yes, sir.
That's not.
Yeah.
Huh?
Now let we look at what happens when the age of the car is 2 years now. Remember, x represents time. So that would be y is equal to negative 1500 by 2 plus 18,000. Now, will you notice something, right? The bigger the number here, you're gonna end up with a negative number with a bigger magnitude. And if it's a negative number with a bigger magnitude, it'll make the final result smaller. So, Cassidy, what is negative 1500 by 2?
Uh, Lisa.
Hey, you don't need a calculator for that.
3,000, 3,000,
Yeah.
3,000.
Isn't that
Like
3,000?
negative
Yeah,
3,000.
that could be 15.
So are you noticing something, right? As more time passes by, aren't you just multiplying that by the rate of depreciation? And that would give you the final value of the car.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
And if all you have trust issues, or you could verify it for yourself. Watch. When x is equal to 1, what did I get?
16,500.
Is that faithful to the pattern you saw in the table? When x is 1, y is 60,500.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And well, when x was 2, what we get?
15,000.
15,000.
Yeah. When you look at the graph, when you look at the table, again, we see same thing. Same thing. So all we did was we created a function that modeled the depreciation. It's a linear function, so it's real simple.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me just put some proof here. Okay. So that's the proof. Like feeling for a gyro, but feeling for gyro.
I agree. On the level of accepting food from you now, or I still outside chat.
Nikolai, I feel like I should get the outside Sharon food, like.
So remember what happened earlier when you said them thing?
First of all, I thought she didn't have any outside children.
Well, Nikolai, what do you think? What do you think? Nikolai, what do you think? Nikolai is like my son, so he be like,
You know, if I say yes, then the chances of me getting one could decrease. So if we
Nikolai,
keep out
listen.
all them people, my chances of getting one would increase.
I
Nikolai, I
agree.
think
Could
Inside
be me.
children
Nikolai,
will have a disadvantage here.
Yo,
Nikolai, I think we need to invest in a therapist. I think you have some jealousy issues.
what? No,
what?
no, no.
Whoa, things get heated here. But like,
Why?
but like
Oh
on
my
our reels,
God.
but like on our reels though, after exams, I really want to take my inside Sharon out. I really want to take all out. I don't know
Yeah,
where though, but like somewhere. I do with my other classes in the past. Like a time I would have like a Christmas get together in like Pawnee Park. Um, but like my inside Sharon, we could probably meet up somewhere. And I mean, eventually when I hit like 5,000 on YouTube and thing, I'll do like a meet and greet. I don't think I'm at the point right now where if I do a meet and greet, much people will come. So like maybe like 5,000 on YouTube or something. But like
I
for
will
the
come around Gyro.
but like for the inside Sharon though, yeah, I will
we coming for
carry
the
it
food?
out. Let's say that again, Nikolai.
Like some of them just coming for the food alone?
That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. Not real Nikolai is
Uh-huh.
outside Sharon, but like the inside Sharon will understand. Like the level of the connection is deeper.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Akira, Joshua, them is my dogs. Them is my day ones. Big up, big up. Notice how Akira stay quiet, boy. Where boy Akira, boy. Akira, like you
No,
tired or what?
That's
I have
your
the
entire
cold right
childhood.
now, and I'm trying to catch up, like stay awake because the cold have me tired. So I'm trying to stay awake until the class done. So I
All
just
right. Well,
quiet.
let me handle the last question. Huh? What is the meaning of the y-intercept of the straight line? Real simple. That is just where the line cuts the what?
The y-axis.
Yeah, where the line cuts. And that's the answer to part B, right? What is the meaning of the y-intercept of the straight line? Where the line cuts the y-axis. And you know what? We could be more. We could flex we knowledge at the y-intercept. X is equal to what?
0.
Here.
Yeah. And if you want a real flex in knowledge, you could be specific in the case of this question. So in this question, could anybody remind me what the y-intercept told me? What is the
The
y intercept tell me for this question?
the value of the car.
The
The
original.
original value.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the context of this question, the y-intercept gives the original value of the car. Might be a Nissan.
Most likely a Nissan.
Most likely might be a Nissan.
Is that a joke when you say might be a Nissan?
Yeah. We don't know what car it is, but like Nissans depreciate fast, so suppose that's why they say that.
I
Yeah,
feel like if you
we get
said that,
so much if we say that.
No. This is just for the vibes, right? Let me just like put this over here, so all you can know is just like vibes. Yeah, this is the answer I recommend putting. So the y-intercept is where the line cuts the y-axis. At the y-intercept, x is 0. Excellent. In the context of this question, the y-intercept sees 18,000 gives the original value of the car. This is like an excellent answer to put, and it shows that you know extra stuff, and you can tie it back to the question. This over here is just the math vibes jokes. No, don't take it too serious.
Yes, sir.
Take it too seriously, yeah?
What year is this paper free?
This paper 3 is from, okay, today we looked at January 2026, and we looked at June 2025. This is June 2025.
Oh well. Well,
so
I'm
why we
not
didn't
actually
look at the
doing
June
that.
2026?
Paper free. I'm not doing paper.
Nikolai boy, Nikolai.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say, Nikolai. Nikolai, Nikolai boy.
So we skip a year, you know, so.
Uh, apparently we did. When we skip a year,
June 2026.
Nikolai, wait, that even come yet? That even come as yet?
I know.
Nikolai boy, you alright?
Yeah, I did.
Like in math 5 getting to your brain or what?
No. Hey, we still doing our next question. If people get tired.
Few people getting tired, But like, Nikolai and I have like unlimited amounts of energy, insurmountable amounts of energy.
If
Romano,
I didn't have the flu right now, I didn't mind doing our next question, but
Romano said he was coming back, but the bugger never come back. I sure he's sleeping. Like he father Tivon. Yeah,
Probably.
yeah.
So I thought Tivan was coming to taking some classes, sir.
Tivon doing an exam. Both of us have exams, if I see the exams I have, boy, I just say let me take some time to do some like one live today for benefit all really. Like one paper three. After this I had to go and do my work. I had to revise for energy systems and controls. Yeah, boy. So I have to neaten up the notes and I'll send it. And I'll also send the recording. How much of you guys are in the Vibe Central group chat?
Me.
Well, of
Me.
course, of course. I guess nobody else is in the Vibe
Excuse
Central
sir.
group chat.
To me.
I sent your number to the group, the chat here. So if anybody wants to be added, your phone number is in the chat already.
Okay, so let me just message Mana on next page.
So I just message you.
Bet. So everything that I have in red here is just extra stuff. Extra. Or you could also check out Leon Bailey Beaton. He's a really good math teacher as well. Recommend.
Leon, what's it?
He's really popular in Guyana. He's really good as well. Like I say, like I really don't have a problem recommending math teachers, like I really don't. I just want to see all this succeed, man. Like yeah, I want math vibes to prosper, but like all like getting through with maths is the most important thing. And well, Nikolai, like you would know, like I don't mind. Like I just want to see you succeed, man. I just want to see you succeed. Everybody here. Whatever means you had to do to pass, big up on yourself, do that. Pass the exam. No, no, not just pass, excel. Excel. All you had
Yes,
to
sir.
excel.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, sir. Thanks for
Yeah,
the word of encouragement.
of course, no problem. Yeah. Um, Anybody have any questions? Yeah, finished teach. Anybody have any questions? Anything you want me to explain back histogram? Anything? Is
I don't
anybody?
think so. So you explain it to extreme, So I don't think anybody want a re-explanation.
You just think that's it, but I'm not judging anybody, but there are a lot of students that have a lot of problems with the foundations and maths, and even my in-depth explanations is not enough. So I have to go a bit more in depth, which I don't mind doing. I know what it's like to be confused, and so I wouldn't judge anybody if you are confused. But you just had to tell my mind. You just had to tell me you're confused, and I will go over it to make sure you're not confused. It's that simple. It's that simple.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Wait, sir. Yeah, so I just chilling over here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm just fixing up the notes fast because as soon as I end this meeting, I want to send all this meeting. I want to send all the recording and the notes and bust it. Yeah, so I just gonna fix up the notes quickly. Um, Graphical solution. So are you doing any CSEC lessons in September? Yeah. I'm gonna do lessons for September. When all I could just put my number in the group chat. Put my number in the TikTok so people don't know how to contact me. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing lessons in September. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Who's still here, boy? Are they still here? Are you sure you don't have any questions?
Yeah, well, I still here, sir.
Well, like I said, I just fixing up the notes. Yeah, so I have a question, right? Anytime they ask for point of intersection, or like you see the word both, and you see two lines or two graphs, if you don't want to do it graphically, there's another way you could do it. You could solve what?
Simultaneously.
Simultaneous.
Right. Great method. And then make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you repost the content that have so much kids out there that need the in-depth help, and they're just not getting that. So like share the content around, put in the good word, appreciate that. Oh, so while I'm sharing the screen, right, people on the TikTok, if all you need help, I have a playlist here that goes over everything in extreme detail, like everything. So like I have things out. I have a free crash course, circle theorem and geometry, kinematic. I have everything. Just go look up Ultimate CSEC Math playlist and you'll see bearings and thing. Bearings live stream number one. Hey, everything over here. Just go check it out. Right, everything right there.
Yes, sir. I sent your phone number already.
Okay, I appreciate that. On next page. Right. So how we feeling about maths paper 3, guys? Like any better at all? Or nah?
Yes. Although I'm not doing paper 3, I have a possibility that it comes in paper 2, but it's always a refresher and that's good.
Hey, Nikolai, all of the things you do in here could come in paper too. I mean, matter of fact, it will come in paper too.
The only hardest topic I find so far is the measurement topics. I find because how it's longer, it's a little more confusing.
No problem.
Yeah.
Wait, Akira, you writing the exam this year?
Yeah.
I surprised I didn't see any crash course. I didn't know you was writing the exam this year.
Yeah, right. In this.
Yeah, I didn't see any crash course. That's
Excuse me.
yeah, Nikolai.
I'm still hearing people on the outside saying vectors and matrices are hard.
That's not a problem. I could see why it'd be confusing. I could probably do a live going through that. But like it has so much content on my page going through that. Real content on my page going through that.
Yeah, well, I find like vectors is a very like that. All you need is just common sense, really.
And that's a kind of vague statement because common sense is like different from person to person. When you get down to it, right? Common sense really is just like okay, everybody would have different common sense because everybody would have grown up in different environments and experience different common things. So like that's a really vague statement to make. I would say logical is more so the answer. I feel like it's a highly logical thing. It's very logical.
Okay. Now, from my perspective, after going through the crash course and everything looks very simple. It's just I have to keep that mentality for CSEC instead of getting a heart attack and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, what you getting a attack for? This stuff not that bad. You'll be fine,
So,
Nikolai.
I've said that for many tests before. I have done my practice, and when it comes to the exam, I feel like I forget everything and I feel so frightened for no reason.
We gotta get rid
But
of like
the lucky thing is, so many times I was pass, but when I look back at my questions and how I answer it, I said, but wait, boy, I could answer this better, or I know this.
So, what's in it?
yeah, we're done. We're done.
Oh,
Yeah, I just lounging around. If all you have any questions from all you could ask me now one thing while I'm still here. The next live is gonna be on the 7th, Tommy.
well, I'll be writing my CSEC at that time.
Yeah. So I'll be here every day after the 7th of May, helping all you as much as I could. Alright?
Yeah.
Paper two, paper one, everything.
So
For
them
free.
is some good, so them is some good days, but it kind of intertwining with my technical drawing.
Pressure day boy. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Now, so I can still come in technical drawing. Technical drawing is normal stuff.
Make sure and focus on the other subjects, eh? I mean obviously maths is the best, but you know what I mean you gotta focus on the others as well.
So I'm being 100% honest with you. If I go in that CXC exam, I pass in physics, add maths, English, technical drawing.
And
I see that chemistry and
also,
biology.
I have
Nah.
to go now.
It's pressure.
Yes, because the biology is a lot of things that you have to remember, and you have to say it exactly how you see it in the book. And chemistry is the next whole story.
Sir, I'm have to go now.
Okay, no problem. People that remained, do you have any questions? Anything you want me to clarify?
Bye.
Later,
Yeah, good
Joshua.
night.
Good night, good night.
Um, by chance, I messaged you on WhatsApp, right? I wanted to get this work that we did tonight.
Okay, no problem. I will send you the notes as well as the recordings.
All right, thanks.
That's a problem. You have a blessed night. Well, later, guys. All right, take care. See you later after the 7th of me. Take care.
Bye,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay,
Thank
now,
you for thank you for your time and effort, sir.
not a problem. Glad to help. Glad to help.
Yes, sir. Blessings.
Blessings.